I can't believe it. Hasbro actually redeemed themselves. I was doubtful when they were doing the whole classified re-release. I was thinking they would sell out just like that again. But no, when they did the pre-orders, it was just one per person. You're able to get them in. Some were in stock now. And I got myself a Viper. Finally, I was able to get a Viper. I wasn't able to luck out with the Viper as I was with the Cobra Trooper and Beachhead. So I was thinking I was never going to get it. I thought, you know, I'll just have to live without the Viper, which is a real shame because the Pursuit of Cobra and 30th Anniversary Cobra Viper figure is my favorite G.I. Joe figure of all time. I love this figure. So I was like, yeah, I kind of want a 6-inch Viper because I think that would be pretty cool. Now, granted, I still think this small one looks way cooler. I still like it a lot more just because, you know, I have like 5 of the thing. But this classified one is pretty cool, man. Is he my favorite classified figure? Ah, man, all the ones I have are great. I've been so nitpicky and so, like, selective that, like, all the ones I have are just mwah. Because I feel like if I just buy them all, then the specialness is just going to fade away. So let's get it out of the way. I want to compare them with my other Cobra guys in my classified collection because I'm pretty picky. So I just have the blue boys so far. I've got... Oh man, he looks so good with Cobra Commander. Because I feel like the red fits and the blues are a similar shade. And then, you know, here it is with the Cobra Trooper. And, ah man. I just feel like all of them look so uniform, like they really belong together. Because all of them have, you know, some black and some dark blue and some red sprinkled in. This trio is just perfect. Like, yes. These guys are awesome. And I feel like if I just had Destro and Baroness and Firefly, then it just, you know, it would lose the uniformity. And besides, these are like the G.I. Joe guys I really like. I'm not into a lot of the other Cobra leaders. I have them in, you know, 3 3/4 inch, but I'm not worried about getting them a few inches taller. Just some of my favorites. That's what I told myself when Classified started, and I've been sticking with it. But I gotta say, man, this Viper is something else. Whew. I think he reuses some Duke parts. You can tell because he has a watch right there. I do think he reuses some Duke. And I don't have Duke, so I'm really not going to complain about that. Because it kind of gives me a new figure to experience. And I really like it. I really like this figure. Unfortunately, with how his wrist articulation is sort of handled, he's kind of more of a lefty. But, you know, he's got trigger fingers on both hands, so it works both ways. What he comes with is pretty cool. So he has his Nerf rifle, which, you know, it's black, it looks good. It's not green like Beachhead's, ew. Then he has his pistol here, which, is it the same pistol as the Cobra Trooper? I think it's just the same pistol as Duke. Here, let me compare it. Yeah, I think it's definitely different from the Cobra Trooper. I think this is Duke's pistol, because, I mean, it reuses Duke parts. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Comes with that. And a little holster for it on the thigh. Backpack, of course, which looks stunning. I love all the different colors. And you get this, a scarf, which I don't really use with him too much. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I like my Cobra Vipers still having some skin showing. And I feel like this just conceals all of the skin. So now you know, there's no skin showing. Which for army building, I mean, it's definitely cool to have that variety. But I mean, with Vipers, you're used to seeing the neck a little bit and seeing like the arms. You can see the arms if you take off these gauntlets, but then you lose the red arm armor, and you know, it's not really a trade-off I'm willing to do. But yeah, it does look good. I just feel like that gray doesn't really fit in with the rest of the color scheme. It's not bad at all. It's cool looking, but he will probably not have it in the majority of my display. And he has the goggles, which fit over the helmet. I know the original release of the Viper, some people had some issues with it. I think some people's broke, others just would not stay on. Mine, I had to wrestle with it for a little bit, but it worked out. I mean, it's on his head. I feel like if I touch it too much, it's going to come off, but it's worked out. It's worked out. And overall, man, what you're left with is a pretty badass G.I. Joe classified figure. I mean, when I think of G.I. Joe, like, this is my jam. If it'll stay up, there we go. This is my jam. This is what I love. I do feel like it's a little bit too much red in the color scheme, but I can live with it, man. It still looks really cool. I do kind of like some of the red accents on the helmet, even though I do feel like it's a little excessive. But still, man, it's a redesign. It's not the classic Viper. It's, you know, the classified Viper. And he just looks amazing. Like, look at that. Oh, yes. Here, you know what? I think that's the thumbnail right there. I think that's the thumbnail. That looks sweet. Booyah. Thumbnail time. Man, this guy's awesome. Let's go over his articulation. So he has a ball joint at the base of the neck. But he has a ball hinge that goes up. You can make him look down all the way. And you do get some tilt, too, because of that ball joint. So that's really nice. Butterflies at the shoulders. Hinges and swivels at the shoulders. Swivel at the bicep. Double hinged elbow, which goes just about 90, which is a little disappointing. Then he just has the in and out at the wrist for the right hand, and that really sucks. Every character holding guns needs to have up and down. Every single one. But he does have some up and down on this hand, but I don't feel like the cuts are big enough. So, like, you still don't get too much. You get more down than up. You can't really move it up at all. So that's definitely a bit of a detractor. But you do have a waist swivel, and I'm sure there's an ab crunch in there too, from left over from Duke or something. But it's hard to really access. He can really just use a swivel in the ball joint from the waist. Drop down hips. Get his legs moving forward pretty good. Out pretty good. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee. That's nice. Boot swivel. And then ankles move down. Move up just a little bit. And then he's got some pivot. So overall, man, he's nicely articulated too. Like, you can get him kneeling, which I feel like any military figure, like, if you can't get him kneeling, man, then there's a problem. But he can kneel good. He can kneel great, actually. So yeah, that's, oh man, this guy's awesome. I really like him. He's just, as a Viper fan, as a lifelong Viper fan, I really gotta say this figure is awesome. It's really ticking my boxes for me, man. It's really ticking my boxes. It might be my favorite classified figure. It might be. I love how it feels. It just feels so solid and nice. Right now I'm struggling with some of like the detents in the hip, because I felt like it wasn't really wanting to stop in the pose that I was really waiting for. But overall, man, looks really nice. I really don't have a lot of complaints with it. I do have a complaint about the wrists. I feel like the wrists should be up and down for both. The design I have no real problem with. I do wish this might have been in a color that just fit with the color scheme a little bit more. Maybe if it was black or red. But, you know, it's still nice. I really, that's just a nitpick. And overall, man, I genuinely love this guy. I genuinely do. Here, let's get him with Cobra Commander again. Cobra Commander's like, go that way. And the Viper's like, I'll go that way. That's exactly what's going on right now. So yeah, guys, there we go. The classified Cobra Viper. I love it. I recommend it for sure if you can get your hands on it. It is a Cobra Island exclusive. So if you weren't there when it was available on the first day, because it was, if you were on it, no problem. You're able to get it. It was available. You know, I was able to get mine comfortably. But if you're just seeing this video and you're like, oh man, that figure looks really cool, I want to get it. Sorry to break it to you, man, but it's G.I. Joe Cobra Island to Target exclusive. So all I can say is good luck. Good luck. It's really cool, though. It's cool, though. If they re-release it, if they make a retail version, if you can get your hands on it for a good price, highly recommended. Definitely an awesome figure, and I highly, highly suggest you get it. So yeah, guys, there we go. There's my review. Shout out to the patrons of Patreon. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the continued support. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.